All right, you guys, it's here. My new Day Designer planner. Now, I know the last video I had was an unboxing of an Erin Condren Life Planner. That's for my 2019 planner. This planner I bought for now. I guess it's hard to explain, but basically what I've been feeling is that I hold off on planning because I'm trying, like I always think in my head, I want to make this look super cute. I want to use all my stickers. So what I've been doing is like pushing planning off until the week is almost over. And then it just completely makes my planner useless. The whole reason why I got a planner was so that I can keep track of things. Well, if I'm constantly worried about how it looks or using a sticker or whatever, it just totally ruins the purpose of the planner. So that's when I started looking for more planner options. And I've always said that, you know, as loyal as I am to Erin Condren and I really do love the Life Planner. Seasons of life change, and that usually requires you to change planner systems, or at least for me, it requires me to change planner systems. So it's just planner is ever evolving. Right now, I feel like this will provide the structure that I need, and it is super simple. Of course, I could use my Erin Condren and not put any stickers in it, but I do treat that more as a memory book. So I like the look of stickers, and I still, don't get me wrong, I'm gonna use my stickers, and I haven't like completely changed how I'm planning, but this is for my day-to-day planning, on the go, quick, jot it down, don't worry about how pretty it looks. And I just loved the format. So enough rambling. Let's get into unboxing it, and I will give you my first impressions. Now, this is the first time I've ever seen a Day Designer in person. I know there is a Day Designer line that is at Target. However, I've never used one of their planners, so I don't know what it's gonna look like or the paper quality or any of that. So I'm excited to see that with you guys and just to unbox it. So here we go. All right, so when you open it up, and sorry about the weird angle, I just kind of wanted to give you guys a picture of how it arrived. Perfect condition, the box is very sturdy, and then it looks like there's another box inside. All right, so this was the box inside, and it looks like this slides out instead of opening, so we'll slide that out. And the first thing that I see is their little emblem. Now, just a little backstory, I purchased I think they call this their flagship planner. Now they just released their academic flagship, which runs from, I believe, July to June of next year. This one ran from January 2018, and it will end in December of 2018. So it was highly discounted, I think like half price, but I thought that would be a perfect way to try it without, you know, spending a ton of money on a planner. Who knows if this is gonna work for me, so I only paid, I don't know, I think like I said, half price, maybe $29 for it, so that's the one that I ordered, just to get that out of the way. But they have this little crest on the front, it says Life Designed, and then on the back it says Day Designer. Want your order for free? Number 1, snap a photo. Number 2, Instagram it, tag the Day Designer, and use the hashtag Day Designer. And on the 1st of every month, we will pick a winner and refund the cost of their Day Designer, which is super awesome. I like that a lot. And I know that you can sign up for affiliate links too. I haven't done that yet. If I do, I will put it in the description bar down below. And I don't think it saves you any money up front, but as an affiliate, you do receive, I think, a $10 credit. I'm not exactly sure how it works. I haven't looked into it at all, but if I do sign up for it, it'll be in the description bar down below. And then you have this little card, and it says Day Designer, the strategic planner and daily agenda for living a well-designed life. I believe that's their slogan, is well-designed life. And it just kind of goes over how their planner works and gives customer service information. And then on the back, it gives you some care instructions. Most of it's common sense, but it is a different type of planner for me. It has a ring-bound coil system, but it's not the same as the Erin Condren. All right, let's pull it out. This is actually a really nice box. You can keep that and store stuff in it, so it's nice. And this is the one that I chose. Again, it's packaged really nicely with bubble wrap. And then there's another plastic layer on top. All right, so first impressions right out of the box. It is super, super pretty. I was going back and forth between this one and the, it's like, I forgot what it's called, like a mint lizard or something like that. It's really pretty, but I went with black and white because I felt like it's just very classic, it's practical, it goes with any season, because yes, I do think about like how my planner works with the seasons and stuff. I like for it to match. And with the Day Designer, they do not have interchangeable covers, which is like my favorite thing about Erin Condren planners. So I wanted a cover that was going to be versatile throughout the year. The actual cover itself is it's a lot like more sturdy than I thought it would be. So you have this cardboard right here, and then on the other side you have a folder, which makes it just a little bit more sturdy having that folder on there, a little thicker. Looking at the cover, it looks very pretty. There are some, like you could see a little bit right here, some bending from the cardboard, but again, this planner to me is functional. It's not gonna be super pretty. I'm not gonna worry about things like that. I may buy a case for it if I decide that it's gonna be something that I take in my bag every day, but for the most part, it's gonna be a just catch-all planner for me. It does have a gold coil. It's a little bit, I don't remember exactly what these are called, what kind of coil this is called. It's not like a spiral coil. I'll have to look that up. If I can figure out what it's called, I'll insert it on the screen. And then in the corner, there are gold reinforcements to help protect the corner. And then you open it up, and like I said, this does start in January. So I have a few pages that I can either remove or just clip together. Because I am starting it in like May. On the first page, you have a cover sheet, just says the Day Designer, January through December, and then you could put your name, if found, please contact, and then your word of the year if you have one. This looks like a little page from Whitney English, which is the founder of the Day Designer team. It kind of looks like her story, why she invented the planner, how she invented the planner. I always love hearing stories behind businesses, so that's cool. I'd like to read that later. And then it says how to use Day Designer and purpose pages, which I think the purpose pages are, there's a few worksheets, yep, right here, that I think that are called purpose pages in her planner. And that just goes over how to use them. And then you have, it's called My Reality Check. The answers to the question, how do I spend my time and money, are the best indicator of whether or not we're living in alignment with our core. Fill this page out for both where you are currently in life and where you want to be at the end of the year. Consider setting goals in the life segments where you see large disparity. So basically what you do here is the time that you spend, the money you spend, the time that you want to spend, and the time that, or the money that you want to spend. And the categories are career, social, family, chores, TV and distractions, spiritual, physical, volunteering, education, residence, car, clothes, food, entertainment, vacation, significant other, and hobbies. So that's a cool little reference. I don't know if I'll use it, but I do like the idea. And then over here is your core. It says there's an easy equation for understanding your core. It's your values plus your passions plus your strength will equal your core. So it looks like you fill out your top 5 values, your top 5 passions, and your top 5 strengths, and it will give you whatever your core is. On the next page, it says goals. And basically this is just a worksheet about turning your goals into intentions and realities. And then your ideal month, which I like that, and your ideal week. I like this a lot. I really like how functional this planner is. It has very basic worksheets that I think for me kind of gives me exactly what I need right now, like things that I want to focus on, which is exactly how I want my day to go, and focusing on the day versus the week. It's just, it seems super functional. I'm really excited about this. And as I'm flipping through, I'm noticing the tabs. So the tab, like my June tab is bent a little bit. Like I said, I'm not worried about this planner looking super pretty, but when you do pay for an expensive planner, you know, you want things to hold up pretty well. That is the only one that's bent, and honestly, they are a nice quality, but I think if I had to say so far one thing that I wish was a little bit better quality, it would be the tabs. That's just a little side note as I'm flipping through the planner. All right, next up is your year at a glance. This is something that I was super excited for too. I've been looking online at this planner pretty extensively before I purchased it to see if it would be something that was worth me, you know, investing my money in another planner. And I really liked the year at a glance. I like the fact that it's not just the date, but it's a little box. So, you know, if you're tracking like your cycle or your kid's school schedule or travel, it gives you room. I mean, yes, it is small, but it gives you room to track multiple things. Maybe like a little dot for your cycle, or like a line with an arrow for travel. It just seems like a little bit more space than I have in my current planner. And then flipping to the monthly spread, I love the fact that this is gray, very neutral. It's not really dark, like, you know, like a dark black or anything. It's gray, so you can kind of, if you are a decorator and you wanted to decorate this planner, it's a neutral color scheme, so you can pretty much do whatever you want with it in terms of color. I love that it is a Monday start. That for me, I like having my weekend together. It's just how my mind works. I keep Friday, Saturday, and Sunday together. I know some people prefer to have their week start on a Sunday, but I personally like a Monday, so that's perfect. Lots of room in here for writing things down. Again, I'm going to be keeping this pretty functional, so this will specifically have important dates that I need to remember, pretty much nothing else. And then here is a list that says this month. Maybe if you have goals or something that you want to do for the month, you could put them in there. And then you get to the daily page, and this is perfection in my eyes in regards to a daily planner. It has a today section where it goes from 5 a.m. to 9 a.m. or 9 p.m., which I think is a fair amount of the day planned out. I mean, you could change the hours if you need to. I personally am usually not up earlier than 5, and I typically don't have anything that runs later than 9 p.m. However, if I did, I would just write whatever the time it ends here, like 9 p.m. to XYZ time and what the event was. So that's a good time frame for me. Next to it, it has a to-do list, which you see a lot of daily planners that just have the hourly layout but don't have a to-do list, and I like that because in my Erin Condren hourly, when I was working out of that planner, I liked the hourly breakdown, but I found myself wanting to make lists within the day, and it would take up a lot of space in my planner. So I like that this has a separate to-do list. Again, super functional. That is why I purchased this planner, and I love these two together. They do have some things kind of structured out for you, and typically I'm not one who likes when they tell you what to put in each box, but I loved the things that they have in here, which is today's top 3. Again, a great way to refocus. You know, if you have 3 things that you have to get done that day, it just kind of keeps it right up at the top and makes you focus on those things, and you get the satisfaction of checking them off if you do them. And then it has due, so if there's anything due, you know, like a bill or a project for school or work or whatever, you could put that there. Dinner for the night, dollars, maybe something that you spent if you're budgeting or whatever, how you spent your money that day. And then don't forget, this is perfect, like absolutely perfect. I wouldn't change anything about it. Maybe the dollars, just because I don't keep track of that very closely, but that can easily be covered up, very easily be covered up. And then you have a note section and a daily gratitude. I can't say it enough. This is perfect in my mind. This is the exact thing I was looking for. It's a ton of space. There's lines, there's check boxes. It's all laid out for me because I've tried the bullet journaling, and it's just the amount of time that it takes for me to prep the week is just too much. It becomes overwhelming. Having this structure here, especially when you're not necessarily going to be decorating it, I might put, you know, a few little stickers here and there, or maybe some washi tape once in a while, but just knowing that I can open this up, it's set to go, I can write out my daily plan without having to make it look cute, is just a stress relief in itself. I'm so excited to be planning in this planner. When you have the weekly spread, each day gets a page until you get to the weekend, which is where Saturday and Sunday are on the same page, and you do lose the to-do checklist, which I kind of wish that they didn't do that. I wish that you had a separate page for each weekend day, especially if I was working, because the weekend would be the time that I get the most stuff done when you're, you know, around the house. So I kind of would have preferred it to be on one page. However, I believe the thought behind having them on one, you know, not having a to-do list on the weekend is to spend your time doing the fun stuff on the weekend, which kind of is a good reminder to me to kind of put the to-dos down and do more adventures and fun stuff and things with my kids on the weekend. So if I could do it all, you know, if I could design this planner myself, I would have a to-do list on that page. However, worst case scenario, if I have a to-do for that day, like a long list of to-dos that I want to get done, I could just plug a post-it note over it, write my to-do list, and then I have my hourly breakdown here. And then on Saturdays and Sundays, the bottom of the page, you have a next week. So This can be used for, you know, any plans that you have. You can jot down a quick note, maybe the weather for next week. If, you know, that's something that you track frequently, you can put like little weather icons in there. I personally will probably use it for, like I said, just a quick glance at what's gonna happen each day. Like Monday, my daughter has dance. Tuesday, we're going out to dinner. Wednesday, you know, whatever the case may be, just like the big event for that day. So I know next week what kind of a week we're approaching. And then when you get to the end of the month, if the end of the month does not fall on the page the divider is, you do get a note section. There are 3 boxes at the top, and it's hard to tell, but these lines are separated here and here. So you could have 3 columns of notes, or you could easily, you know, make this the header and then just write across if you need to. It's just a functional page. Honestly, I don't use note pages too much in my planners, just because I have, like, if it's like a project coming up, I usually have it in a separate notebook, but it is nice to have and could be functional for a lot of people. And then, like I said, you flip over and you are back to your monthly spread, and that repeats all the way through December. And December is the last month in this planner. Like I said, yes, I'm already kind of halfway through the year. Some people may think it's silly to have bought a planner that started in January now, but I thought getting it at a discounted rate was the perfect idea, because I'm not spending a ton of money and I can see if this planner is going to work for me at a cheaper price. If it does work, I will repurchase. I have no problem spending a lot of money on a planner if it's helping me with my day-to-day life and getting me back on track and keeping me on track. So it ends in December, and let's see if there's anything at the end. So nope, it ends, and then there's a note page, and then 1 blank sheet of paper, and then your back cover page. I think on the back cover page, I'm gonna use one of those Target page, like the little page pockets that you can get. I think Erin Condren sells some too, or I might do like a notepad. Again, probably from Erin Condren, because I know hers stick to the back of a planner. If you guys are interested in me showing you like a setup video on how I kind of, like I said, set up the planner, you know, what things I add on, what bookmarks I use, what pens I use, how I set up my monthly calendar, how I set up my yearly spread, the whole bit, let me know in the comments below, and I will try and film a separate video showing you exactly how I use it, you know, using the data or the dots on here and stuff. I think that might be an interesting video. I don't know, let me know, like I said, in the comments below if you're interested in that video. In regards to paper quality, so again, probably my second favorite thing about my Erin Condren, and I hate to keep comparing it to that because they are 2 very different planners, but it is the planner that I've used for the last, what, 5-6 years. The second favorite thing, my second favorite thing in the Erin Condren is the paper quality. It is outstanding. I mean, it is literally perfection for me. This is definitely a thinner page, but I plan on using very basic pens, probably a ballpoint pen. It's just gonna be super functional for me, and ballpoint pens, honestly, like, they're just the easiest for me to grab. They're what's laying in my junk drawer. It's just easier for me to use. So I'm not really worried about the thickness of the paper, but it does seem, it's definitely thinner than the Erin Condren paper. And that's another video that I can probably film if you're interested in, is like a pen test page, so you guys can see how the pens, you know, if there's any shadowing or bleed through. I've watched a few on my own, and I have, most of the videos that I have watched, there isn't bleed through, even though the pages are a little bit thinner. There's no bleed through. And the reason why the pages are thinner is you're getting a page for almost every day of the year. So if you use the same quality paper as Erin Condren, this would be like a really, really thick book. It's already pretty thick. I don't know if you can tell, but it's pretty thick already. And I actually like that. And I really was almost excited about the cardboard cover, because sometimes when I'm writing, I like to put like a piece of cardboard underneath the page, because I like the way my handwriting looks when I have a piece of cardboard under it. I don't know if that's weird, but I do enjoy that. So really, I mean, I am definitely looking forward to diving into this planner and setting it up and just kind of getting my life back on track. Like I said, with my Erin Condren, I was just so focused on making it pretty and making it cohesive because it is a scrapbook for me. And I still am going to use my Erin Condren. This is not like, I'm not giving up on my Erin Condren, but for quick, easy planning, this will be my go-to. And also, it's also a good way to look back at my days, and then when I want to back plan in my Erin Condren, I have a template of exactly what I did that day. I can't tell you how excited I am about this. It's perfect. There's not much I would change about it aside from the tabs. And even that, I mean, they're not bad quality. They just need to be a little bit sturdier, I think would make this planner perfect. So as always, I thank you guys for watching. If you are interested in more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe. And if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you are interested in a full setup video and a pen test, let me know in the comments below and I will try and film that once we get back from Disney. As always, I thank you guys for watching and I will see you in my next video.